All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, today we're going to be talking about this rear rack system that Aventon has brought out for the Ramblas. Now, it is a third-party rack, so it's not one of theirs, but they did find one, and this is what they're going to be offering on their website right here. When it came in, I tried to install it myself, but that did not work, and I'm going to show you why. Overall, this rack system is very basic and simple and sleek. You have these two connector points right here and right here. And these are the only two that you have. These lines connect into the rack right here. All of that was fine with putting it together, but when it came to installing this new seat post clamp that they have, because it has this bracket right here for your rack to hook to, well, you have to remove this dropper seat post to do it, and you have that cable that runs through the bike. So I ended up having to take it to the bike shop so that they could remove this dropper seat post to install this seat post clamp. I don't think you guys can see it very well, but this rack actually connects on the inside of the frame on both sides. So you'll have to remove this rear wheel to hook this rack on the back. This is what the top of the rack looks like. You're going to see this tab right here on the back. I just took mine and I just folded it underneath itself so that it stays out of the way. And that is what it looks like from the rear. With this area right here, you can adjust how far the rack goes forward or it goes back. The way I have it set up right now, if my seat is down all the way, it rests right on the rack. So I could just have it a little bit higher up, or I could just move this back just ever so slightly. I'm fine with how it is right now. This bike can hold multiple different bags. This is my RockBro's bag. I use this a lot when it comes to my reviews. I went ahead and strapped it up here. This frame is pretty narrow, but you can still make it work and make it to where it's pretty secure. Since this does pop down as a pannier, we would just bring that down and connect it right in here into this little area right there. I would just wrap it around, tighten it up. And then there you have it. If you want to keep that Aventon theme that's going on with this bike, well, Aventon sells this backpack that's also a pannier. So, you could have one or you could buy two of these. They do have these very super large pockets on the inside. It does have a smaller area right here. It looks like you could put a laptop in there. It has a foldable piece that when you put it down on the grip or put it down, it just kind of locks it in and gives you a secure bottom to put on there. And it has a shoulder strap. Then you have this on the back where inside this zipper is where the backpack straps are. And then this right here is your pannier connecting system. You're going to connect these two parts to the top here, and then this you can slide around and then move it over and it connects down here. When not in use, you can just zip this up. There's a handle right here. You can just carry it that way, or you can pull out your backpack straps and wear it as a backpack. Let me show you what this looks like on the bike. We're going to take this flap, attach it to itself, leaving these free, and then you just lift up on the little tabs here. It's kind of hard to do this backwards so you guys can see. I'm going to clamp it on there. Same thing with this one. Those two are on. You're going to find this spot right here, and boom, it's not going anywhere. And this is what it looks like when it's installed on the bike. And this is what it looks like from behind. As you can see, the trail lights are low enough that no pannier should get in the way. Removing this is very easy. You're just going to turn that lever at the bottom here, lift this up, and unhook each side, and take it with you. Are you wondering if you can put a MIK or a MIK2 system on this rack? Well, let me show you. The MIK and the MIK2 adapters are set up to work with almost every type of rack. And as you can see, there's 4 holes right here that you would run your bolts through and connect it to. Now, since this rack is smaller, well, those areas would go all the way through. So you're going to have to find a piece of metal to engineer to put it on the backside. Then the screws would go through there and the adapters. But it is absolutely possible with a little ingenuity. With this bike being a hardtail, you can absolutely leave this rack on while you go hit the trails. Now, I wouldn't have a bag on the back personally, because whenever you drop that seat, you wouldn't want a bag stopping you or in the way. But I don't think I'd have to take this off in the process. But if you do, it's super easy. You just have 2 bolts right here and 2 bolts right there. Now, you would have to remove the back tire to get it off, but it's super easy to get this off and on. If you were thinking about using the Ramblas as a commuter, well, this rear rack is going to make it even more possible and give you more options. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link down to the rack, the bags, everything that we talked about during this video, so you can go exactly to where you need to go. But I mean, it just keeps getting better. It just keeps, I'm starting to like this bike even more and more and more. So I want to thank you for watching. And until I see you again, enjoy the ride.